to install a barn door. What you'll need: the barn door and track, screwdriver, drill and bits, screws, pencil, tape measure, level, and stud finder. Hey guys, so today we're going to be reinstalling a barn door. So I'll take you step by step through hanging the frame and the door itself, because this is why you don't leave something to professionals. Okay, so the first thing I did was remove the existing barn door that was the incorrect height for the door frame. Then I ordered a special order 86-inch door. So you want to make sure that the base of your frame is just above that 86-inch mark, because you want it to float off the ground a little bit and still go in the track at the base as well. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so I got, with Stanley's assistance, a 5-foot, right there, track for my barn door. So you want to keep that in mind when you're above the frame, how far you want it over the door frame and how far you want it to the left or right. Okay, so with most of these types of things, just like towel rods or anything like that, it usually comes with some sort of paper template that shows you where the nails are in reference to the track. I already have the terrible holes from the first installation that I did not do, but I need to make sure that with my 5-foot track, I want to start it about 1.5 inches or so over the door, so there's no gap between the door frame and the door when it closes. So that's where I'm going to start, just for your reference, and then I'm going to take it all the way across and mark the 5-foot mark on the other end so I know where the track is centered. I have zero idea if the first time they hung this, they hung it in studs or not. If you choose not to look for studs, you obviously want to use a really good anchor, because it is a door, they are heavy, they can fall, they move, all of those things. But I'm going to use the stud finder and make new holes in my frame if needed to make sure that they are properly in the studs. So with this stud finder, it's got a little button on the side. You just push it up against the wall and it's just going to start scanning. You move really slowly. It's telling me right there, that little blinking means there's some sort of electrical in the wall. You want to steer clear of that. And once you start to get the bars, that means it's found some sort of wood. So you just slowly keep going, and right there it's telling me is the center of the stud. There's equal wood on either side. So right there, I'm just going to mark it. I'm quite a bit lower than the door frame right now, but obviously studs go vertically, so I'll go straight up from that to ensure that I am drilling into a stud when I hang all 3 sections. I'm going to repeat that 3 times. So now I've got my stud mark. This is the center one that I'm working on first for the frame. This is my mom assisting me. She does not want to be on camera, just her hand and arm. I'm going to measure all the way up to the 86-inch mark, because this is going to be the base of the barn door frame. So not where the hole is, but the base of the barn door. So when I come to set the frame up here, I'll be able to set it right on there and then make the holes for where I'm going to drill somewhere up here. Okay, so now again, only my mom's arms. Assistance is helpful. I'm going to line up this track with the 3 marks we just made for the 86-inch line and make sure that we're level. Do you have it on the line? Right there. Okay. Now, I'm going to level it. Make sure before we commit that it is in fact level. And then we're going to mark the holes for the frame that should already be in the top up there. This left side just needs to, or this right side just needs to come up right about there. And then we're perfectly level. Now I'm going to mark the holes, at least on the left and right. This is where we're gonna screw in the sides. We can mark the center later. And voila. Now, the holes that we just marked, I'm going to pre-drill. Remember, if you're going into a stud, that shouldn't be super easy to screw in because you're going through wood, not just drywall. So I did the two sides first, but I've already pre-drilled these holes, so now I'm just putting that last screw in the frame. Again, I'm just using a long screw because I chose to go into the studs. Which again, takes quite a bit more effort. Alright, then, once it's up and sturdy, you just want to check the level real quick. Make sure that nothing shifted before you do everything else. Perfect. So now we have to deal with the little wheels for the track that hang off the top of the door and hang off the bottom of the barn door track. So this one comes with two. You just want to measure from either side. I'm gonna do 2 inches just so that it's evenly distributed pretty close to the outside of the door. So I'm gonna measure just 2 inches from one side and then 2 inches from the other. And that's where I'm gonna place the end of the track. Again, I'm gonna wanna pre-drill. I'm not gonna wanna drill this right into the top of the door. So you wanna make sure it's centered from top to bottom. And then you just wanna mark your drill hole. This one actually comes with a little leeway to slide forward or back, so that's nice. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the drill. And again, just pre-drill these holes. Clearly this is a wood door. It's taken a minute. Solid wood. Take the track, spins either way, so it really doesn't matter which direction it goes right now. Place it back over where we pre-drilled those holes and just simply tap into the hole we already created. Thank goodness they give us a little leeway. Tighten that one too much. I'm gonna leave them with that little wiggle room until we test hang them from the track up top, so we can see if the wheels need to go a little bit forward or back. You might need a little assistance, but you just slide the door right into the track where the wheels go. And then get it out of the way. Then it comes with this nifty little stopper. So it just ensures that every time you open the door, it doesn't roll out of the track. You just slide that stopper right in over the tracks on either side. Make sure it's on both sides, you'll feel it. Then slide it to where you want it on the track for the door to stop. And then you're just going to tighten the screw until it no longer moves. And then the door's going to stop right there every time, so it won't roll out. Oh, God. So the last step, other than painting, is this little bottom guide here. Mine was already in place because there was an existing barn door that was done incorrectly. So it just screws right into the base of where the door is. And then this little guide here just pushes in. Then the door just easily stays in there and guides forward and back so it doesn't sway out or in as you close the door. So you want to make sure that that starts and stops right where you want it and it doesn't come out, or sometimes it might go around and swing out anyway. Once you have your stopper in there, mine's a little further, and then you can see it just has this little cap just to finish it off nicely, snaps right on there. Once you paint it to your liking, I chose to blend it into my wall because I didn't really want it to stand out. Your barn door is ready to rock and roll.